it does hurt a lot when you draft like 3 or 4 tanks. So yeah, they gonna, but they are already banned out Kai'Sa, so it's going to be Corki here, right, for Team Secret.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, am I to guess?
Corki or Ezreal would both make me happy. The Ezreal might be better in this setup because you can disengage from the Alistar.
Yeah,
which BURIRAM, who just
Alistar pick. The first game in this tournament, right?
Yeah, yes, I think that's the very first time Alistar's been picked in this tournament.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about Alistar in this matchup. It's the good, I'm going to say it, disengage tool for Camille and Galio. When Galio come into taunt, you headbutt him out.
Right.
When Camille come to Hex Tech Ultimatum, you bomb her out, so your allies could get out of the Hex Tech, because that's the requirement, right? Camille needs to leave the area.
But the Janna, particularly Hamas, who's so good at the character, that's an answer as well, what the Jess to the Alistar.
Yes.
Because whenever the Alistar goes... Yeah. Whenever the Alistar goes in for the charge, you just put him in the tornado. You know the old pictures of cows in tornadoes swirling round and round? That's what's going to happen to Supporter if he pulls out this pick here. I was really wondering with the Alistar, with the Riven, if we were going to see a Yasuo comboed on top of this. It doesn't look like we're getting that. Indeed, the only thing we've yet to pick is probably that Corki you called for. There it is. The Corki will come out here and provide some much-needed damage. So BURIRAM now has a really good, actually, late-game team fighting composition. And Team Secret are very lightweight, which normally means they're going to struggle in the full 5-on-5 team fights. But they've got the Galio, who scales really well. They've got the Varus, who scales really well. So I think this is going to be decided by those late-game kind of 15-minute team fights.
Yeah, it kind of depends a lot on Camille and Fiora on the later stages of the game.
Yeah, and I have to say, Hamas bringing out the original supports that he was on, the Enchanter supports from the summer season back into the fray. We saw the Lux earlier against Flash Wolves. Now he's bringing out the Janna, which we haven't seen in quite a long while. I believe even the first here in the playoffs. There's a lot of first times over here. And right now, we are getting into Game 4 between BURIRAM United and Team Secret. We're going to see if BURIRAM can close this out or if Team Secret can make the comeback real. Casters, over to you guys.
Thank you very much, Mika. And well, Omo, we've counted the 3 before. Now let's go one step further. It's Game 4 between BURIRAM United and Team Secret. And well, I'm loving what BRU are bringing out, but Team Secret, they're running it back. There's something pretty wild as well.
Yeah, we're in Game 4 here, Gaminism, and the spicy picks are coming out to play. We saw Pantheon last game, and now Supporter is whipping out an age-old classic for him in this Alistar pick. We know the man loves the tanky, beefy support boys. This is exactly it. Alistar fits right into his wheelhouse. The problem is, Hamas...
I see what you did there, Omo. It's beefy
boys,
Alistar.
yeah.
Oh,
I've got one more good one packed up, but you're gonna have to wait to see that. But Hamas,
right, I'm gonna be anticipating that.
Yeah, you should be eagerly anticipating that. It's a great one, and by great I mean terrible. But I want to focus on the draft right now. Hamas on this Janna pick, it's gonna be so great. This is the best Janna game I've seen the entire tournament. You are gonna smash the lane with Alistar in it. Let's keep in mind as well that it's gonna be Alistar Ziggs. Archony's down here again, giving Kinemon the free farm. The world is his oyster in the mid lane. I love how BRU funnel him, but it hasn't been working too well. Hopefully this is the game where it pulls out strong.
It's a shift away from the Kai'Sa, but we're bringing in someone that's arguably an even bigger carry. It's the Corki, who's able to afford so much damage. Very nice flash away.
Is so cheeky with his gang pathings. You never know where he's gonna be. Look, Kinemon even had a ward in the pixel bush, but Trevor still found an angle to get on top of his head. And look at bot lane right now. This is kind of brutal, if I do say so. Supporter is not getting to play the game. He's a level 1 Alistar, and he's getting pounded under his turret.
That's the way it goes early on. I mean, well, Nami and Janna function a similar way. Team Secret looking for this early dive up against Archony, he's in a bad spot. He's gonna flash, but still first blood to Team Secret.
Yeah, he's in a terrible spot indeed. And Tatsuri, what I love from Team Secret is how well they're using their jungle mid in tandem. They know that Tatsuri needs to roam. And how do you allow Tatsuri to roam? You get him out of lane with Trevor coming for a cheeky gang, pushes pushes Kinemon out of lane, and that gives him the space to calm down his fall to the bottom lane, punish the already demoralized bot lane of BURIRAM. And it's not looking good for them here, Gamenism. Keep in mind, if they lose this, they'll be on game 5 for the second time here today. I know they have mental resilience, but how much can one team possibly have?
You know, that's exactly true, Omo. And I mean, just looking at the scoreline right now, it kind of deceives you because Team Secret are almost as high as 1,000 gold up over BURIRAM over that one kill. That single first blood has propelled them forward, and look who it's on. Well, it's right now going to be on Chewy. He's gone back and picked up a faster item compared to his counterpart.
He is going to do so much work in this lane. Now, in the mid to late game, Ziggs is going to have a field day against Varus. You chuck out these bombs at him, you outrange him with your ultimate, Kinemon gets caught.
What's going on here, Omo? Let's keep on going, but they flash onto Azar. I mean, this is a nice move, though, but what's happening?
Kinemon was just baiting. It was just a prank. He acts like he was alone, but he really was not. His teammates are there. Supporter and Shiba waiting in the wings there to bail out King Kinemon, and they take up a kill onto Azar. That's going to be oh so big, and the lane swaps are always oh so good against Fiora. That's what you want to be doing.
This is a supporter's out here. He's grazing in the full pastures. You know, he's a free-range cow. You can't hold him in here.
He is indeed, and he's trying to... You know what? I'm going to save the punchline. I'm not ready for it just yet. You guys got to wait for the punchline. Not quite yet. We're going to build up to it. Get the suspense going a little bit. Keep in mind, this is match point for BRU. There's a lot of suspense going on here.
But the first dragon coming online, so it's 30 seconds to it, but we're looking to see BRU now. They're resetting, going back to base. And it seems like Team Secret have better tempo around these neutral objectives.
They do. But a lot of the tempo from BRU was sacrificed to put Azar down. You want to keep him in a tough situation, while Jarvan, he's relatively happy farming in 1 versus 2 with his spears, with his flags. He's going to be able to farm from range, keep you in an arm's length, and this is going to be a lot of farm going over to Shiba as well. I love this from BRU. They acknowledge Shiba is a big carry for us. We need him to be big.
And they gave that kill in the top lane to Shiba as well, right? So we're starting to see that really...
He took it for himself.
Different perspective either way. He got the kill. He's ahead in gold now. And this is going to be pretty big going into this dragon fight because he's a completed item compared to what Trevor brings. He's only 2 components down. While they're moving on to the Infernal Drake first, Noah's having a difficult time trying to trade in lane. But BRU will shove them off this Drake.
Supports are getting poked out, and that's something you need to keep in mind as well. This Varus-Janna combo is so dominant if you cannot get on top of them. If they keep you at an arm's length and keep chucking out these tornadoes, the spears, you're going to have a really hard time for BRU. Now, Dragon gets started off for Team Secret. Varus-Janna, they're in the river. Is this the timing for BRU?
Well, they've reset. They're going into the pit now. Shiba trying to steal this one away. The corrupting chains on to Supporter, but he's out there tanking up a storm. And there we have it. The package comes across, draws the line in the sand, but you have to watch out for Tatsuri coming in as his Galileo BURIRAM United have taken the dragon, but now they have to get out. They've stolen the painting. They've gone away with this. They need to muscle their way out with this heist.
Ocean's 11 here for BURIRAM United. They get the dragon and they get out alive. Only Supporter was forced to drop in that situation. Very unfortunate for him. Pops the unstoppable but will not be quite unstoppable as he gets caught in the middle of everything there for the side of Team Secret. Now, if you look at how things are playing out, I want to point out the gold leads you see for Tatsuri and Chewy. These guys are going to be 2 key carries here for the side of Team Secret. Azar as well, picking up the Rift Herald. This is potentially a huge timing for Team Secret if they break some turrets for Azar.
And this is something interesting as well. Noel back on this Java, and he's building so much space for Team Secret. For a second there, I thought with Tatsuri jumping with the ultimate, it was all but doom and gloom for BURIRAM United. But they were able to hold them in place off the Cataclysm, keep them off their backline. Kinemon was alive for such a long time, and Supporter was the only one that had to fall in that exchange.
It was honestly very close though. It nearly could have been a wipe for Team Secret if things had just gone a little bit more in their favor. Of course, with the nature of the team comp they've drafted, they're not quite proficient at running into you. They just want to poke you, and there's a limit to how much they have in terms of all-in. So BRU were able to just get out of dodge. But if you look at the gold right now, I think Team Secret, with the team comp that they have, they're happy with how things are going.
Definitely feel that way. And now hitting that double roll-up power spike as well. They're getting a little bit stronger. They're scaling up as the game progresses. I mean, they're just going to feel good about this. They
For
also
sure.
have this Rift Herald, so I think they're going to look to use it bot side now, judging by the way they're rotating around.
They are indeed. Now, what I do want to point out is this is going to be Team Secret with the tempo lead. But what's bad here is that Azar does not have anywhere to farm. I like the Team Secret. It seems like they're going to give him mid lane farm. He needs to be farming somewhere constantly, all the time. And Rift Herald has been safe for Team Secret. Do they want more at mid lane?
Yeah, it doesn't look like they actually have to use the Rift Herald. Still holding on to that for now. Trevor has it in his
Yeah, they're
back
going to use
pocket.
a mid, I think.
And they're just rotating around the map. Trevor's
They
going to
want
come in
Archie.
here, looking for the catch onto Archie, but he's too far away. Rift Tower propped, and so they're looking to take this one down quickly.
Huge
Shiba
bomb.
coming in now. There's a big ultimate
Parry.
coming through from the Ziggs. Archie gets the displacement off. Shiba flashes on, jumps onto Azar, and takes him down.
And look, Gamenism, I've been saying this all tournament long, but if the tournament lives of Team Secret is ended because they keep grouping with Fiora, I can only say it's poetic.
This is poetic justice for Team Secret, and for BURIRAM United now, they've come back a little bit. They found some additional gold, a little bit more space around the map, but with this mid lane out here turret
That's a big
broken,
one.
well, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to
It
actually
is.
get stuff done.
It is, and especially when you're playing a team comp with the Ziggs, with the Corki, who just want to wave clear, who just want to scale. It's going to be so impactful that you don't have the safety of your mid lane tier 1 to fall back on, that you have that vision, that control. It's gone now, it's taken away, which means if Trevor and Tatsuri, if they find an angle onto you at mid, you have nowhere to run. And now Archie, he needs to be oh so careful because of that.
Yeah, he almost got taken down by Trevor there. Trevor was out for blood chasing after the
Yeah.
Ziggs. I was worried for Archie
I
there.
was too.
But he was very aware.
He was,
His positioning
definitely.
has been so good throughout the competition, even in that series against SBTC. His positioning was phenomenal.
Yeah, we talk about Archie as a mage specialist. He loves Twisted Fate, Ziggs, Orianna. For these picks to be successful, you have to have impeccable positioning. And Archie, he's been doing so very well on it. A lot of credit goes to him for that. Now, Trevor, he wants to find more, but Supporter, the bodyguard, is going to make sure no one touches Kinemon.
Noel's still a distance away. He's gonna have to rotate from the top side of the map down to the bottom end because Dragon's
go.
coming up soon. Shiba looking for something here, gets the chilling smite onto Chewy, but the corrupting chains comes across. Supporters here as well. A beautiful set of crop control.
could be bad.
Unfortunately, Tatsuri has joined in as well now, and it looks like Noel's gonna fall. Stuck in the Hextech ultimatum. The first kill in the hands of Secret Supporter, running for his life, but will still be taken down. They trade back for one, but BURIRAM United lose control on Dragon.
And it was a force on BRU, but Kinemon was not there. They had no damage to follow up onto Chewy's Varus. He gets the flash, gets out of dodge, and he's gonna be safe in this situation. Lives to fight another day, and this will be the Mountain Dragon going over to Team Secret. What is potentially an upside for BRU is no more flash for Chewy. That means the next fight that you get on top of him, he is likely dead. With that in mind though, Azar's gonna be a carry. Trevor's gonna be a carry. Tatsuri is close to death cap as well. So if you kill Chewy, the question still stands. Is that enough to win the team fight?
There's a lot of damage across Team Secret.
Yeah, a lot.
And so it's looking like they have this power, this potency to take the fight
Shiba is
towards
caught.
BURIRAM United. Look at Shiba right now because he's facing off against two. It's two big damage sources, but supporters joining in. Noel comes with the flag and drag. Shiba should have enough. Trevor going golden, survives a little bit longer.
He's
Need to
alive.
flash after him, need to chase after him, but they cannot get it done.
Enough distractions there from Tatsuri that Trevor just manages to flash over the wall and get out of dodge. A tough situation to be in. Need to find these picks on the side of BRU. You need to find a window to get back in this game. If not, this Fiora is gonna end your game on the side lanes. Varus is gonna keep you held down in the mid lane. And you know what I want to call this Gamenism? This is the MBR special. Enchanter support plus the Varus mid ensures you get permanent prio. You're gonna have a hard time getting on Varus, and your Fiora, not Onion King this time, Azar, is gonna be running it down in the side lanes. BRU, they're gonna have a hard time here if they don't find some picks.
And I love this look coming in from Team Secret. The fact is, they are acknowledging the win condition, sending Azar into a side lane,
Finally, yeah.
having him finally take these fights alone, 1 versus 2. As long as he's able to trade evenly and bring tempo and pressure away from the rest of his team, they can get work done. While Shiba, he has something to say about this. He's gonna keep
Shiba.
moving aggressively as well. And frankly, he's come up 3-0, has 2 items completed. It's pretty strong.
Shiba has been popping off all day, but I want to point out both of these junglers right now are level 11 with their Baron lane as well. Azar just hit 11, but they were both 10 a second ago. So both of these junglers have been eating a lot of farm here and have been saying the farm priority goes to me. I am going to carry this one. And I think at the end of the day, what we're going to see is a showdown between Trevor and Shiba for game 4.
That's the way they play it, Omo.
That's the way we do it
It's
here.
all about the junglers. Junglers are your superstars these days. Didn't you get the memo?
Look at Noel. He's suffering, my poor man, from being the Darius MVP to having to scrounge up some farm in the jungle. May I have a crumb of wolf, my kind sir? And he has to file an approval process, and Shiba has to go and stem that and say, yes, you may take one wolf.
Look, he used to be the superstar, but times have changed. Now we're looking to see how Team Secret are gonna abuse this moment where Kinemon is still weak. They get the catch on the supporter. He won't be tanking enough.
Yeah.
Will be able to barely survive, but look at how low he goes.
That right there is why they picked the Alistair. I'm not saying that's a good pick, but that's the rationale behind it. When Camille comes on your head for a Hextech ultimatum, what do? You headbutt her right out of there, and you are free. That's how you save Kinemon, that's how you save Archene, that's how you save yourself. Supporter gets out of dodge, but that's another turret here for Team Secret. And I'm telling you, Gaminism, they're starting to unfold this whole package. They're starting to break open the map. And as the map falls apart, as it opens up for Team Secret, BRU, they're gonna have a harder and harder time with the Ziggs.
Absolutely, BRU, they definitely need to make a play happen. Why? Well, not because their tournament life is on the line, but because Omo still has that punchline he hasn't shared with us.
Yeah, they need to win a team fight so I can give the punchline to this joke, but unfortunately, it's looking really difficult for them. BRU, Shiba tries to find Azar. Nothing's gonna happen. They just get right out of there.
A little bit overambitious, and you just see Hermes and Chewy rotating over quickly. They knew they needed to get out, cannot overcommit there. A misstep means Baron, means Team Secret, break open the map even more.
Yeah.
And with the way things are going, Secret have been in control despite only being 2,000 gold ahead.
Full control. Tatsuri, look at the gold in his pockets as well. Rabadon's Death Cap and Rod of the Ages. This man is going to be a carry in his own right. Staff of Flowing Water for Hermes as well. Lots of good things going on here for Team Secret. Part of why BRU are not that far behind is because of Shiba, the man, the myth, the Riven. He is doing so much work, 10k gold in his pockets, 3-0-0. If not for his gold lead, I think BRU would be way further behind. But fortunately for them, Shiba is going to try to find more.
Well, this 3-0-0 champion is going to jump into the mid lane, dodges away from two key ultimates though, so he's bought enough time. Here we go, the fight breaks out, Noel jump into the back, building space, drawing a line in the sand. Kinemon is going to have to run away from Azar, flashes away, supporter going to fall. He goes golden, trying to buy for some time. Azar's right there, comes back in, Tatsuri with the kill as well. Noel falls, and one by one, it seems like BURIRAM United are unable to withstand the onslaught from Secret.
And Team Secret, that was a great team fight coming in for them. Unfortunately, Azar does dive in a bit too deep. You need your Fiora alive when the Baron buff goes in your hands. He wants to be split pushing. But fortunately for him, this game, the team fighting Fiora is looking good. Team Secret, though, they're going to be able to pick this one up. And BRU, it's a tough spot for them to be in right now.
Absolutely. Baron over to Team Secret, and they are looking to bring this to a game number 5. Almost Secret so on form these past 2 games. Tatsuri on this Galio. It seems like Azar is back in it. And it just seems like, well, we're looking at some peak Wild Rift here, Omo.
Yeah, and it looks like BRU, once again, the cracks are starting to show. They looked so good in the first 2 games, stomping Team Secret in game 2. But now the tables are turning. Shiba, despite his gold lead, went in too deep, too quickly, and wasted such a huge rotation of spells from his team that they were unable to follow up once Noel get this there. And unfortunately for Noel, he's been the sacrificial lamb for his team every single time. Kinemon on this Corki, he's not having a good day. He's just getting poked out before he can fire a single auto.
And we have to see Kinemon come online here. He needs to be that link of insurance, but he's 2 items deep. He might have the most gold on his team, but it's still nothing compared to what we see from Secret, who have 10,000, 11,000 across the board.
Yeah.
All their carries have more gold than Kinemon.
All their carries do indeed. Supporters going in though.
They pull the trigger, they're trying to find something in this space, but Noel is still too far away. Well, Shiva's jumped in, now the Hextech ultimate and locks them in place. And with the heroic entrance here to seal the deal, it seems like Team Secret cannot falter to BRU. It's 2, it's 3, it's Treble jumping in for the 4th. They won't find it there, but Azar's breaking open the base.
Azar's trying his best to break open the base, and Hermes on this.
Flashing with the arrow!
Nearly gets a snipe right there, but goes golden to stay alive. And Hermes, he is my MVP for this game. This Janna pick paying dividends. You are not allowing the engage to come in from BURIRAM United. Unfortunately, Gaminism, it looks like our hopes and dreams of supporters Alistar and the goal of BURIRAM United is not going to come true this game. I had to use it. It was almost gone. It's such a shame that we didn't get a better setup for the punchline, but Team Secret, this is a great setup for them. They look hot. Game 5, firmly within their grasp.
Unfortunate for BRU for sure, but Team Secret looking so good here.
So good.
Let's kind of recap how this game played out, because while there was some attention towards the top side from BRU to shut down Razar, well, they've recognized Chewy and Hermes on a big win condition. They bullied out the lane between Archnie and Supporter, put the pressure on, turned up the heat, and Archnie, he went down. He was the first casualty in this game. And Team Secret, well, time and time again, you watch them play these team fights out, and it's starting to look like maybe they deserve the best team fighter title.
That might be the case indeed. The draft definitely a bit aiding them a lot. We talk about how Team Secret have been one of the best drafting teams this tournament, always finding these little counter picks for Hermes. He does it yet again. The Lux earlier on against Flash Wolves, now the Jana against BURIRAM United. What a way to win it. What a story it tells for the General Hermes if he manages to turn this one around. And keep in mind, Gaminism, BURIRAM United, they just got reverse swept earlier today by SBTC. If they go to a Game 5 yet again, who knows what their mental state's gonna be like.
Yeah, mental's definitely gonna be an issue. It's so difficult to say, right? Because a lot of these moments you see it from an outside perspective, from a viewer perspective, and to you, it's kind of like lighthearted, it's a joke, but to these players, it's so real.
So real. It really is. Like, it's really not a joke, because imagine being on the verge of getting reverse swept yet again. How do you regulate your mentality like that? And Sheba, he's getting caught yet again.
Yeah, but he's gonna dodge away from a couple of these big spells. Noel misses out the chance for the flag and drag. Supporter trying to build some space here. Cataclysm comes across. The Ziggs damage is available for the team, but it's a little bit too far away. It's not on demand. Hatsuri coming in as well. Team Secret with the pickoff.
Team Secret, they just take no damage, and it's due to this Jana. Where is the damage gonna come from on the side of BURIRAM United? It's the Cocky, it's the Ziggs. The all-in is never gonna work, so it's only Cocky and Ziggs. And what does Jana do? She turns on the Monsoon, she heals right through it. And that was basically as good a team fight as it gets for BRU. They find the backline, they find the Infernal Bomb on the Cataclysm, but you know what? Hermes didn't even need to flash. He stood his ground, and Team Secret, that's a team fight, that's a dragon, that's 11,000 in their pockets.
That's a Baron Normal, not a dragon. Dragon's on the other side of the map.
Just like how BURIRAM have gotten reverse swept twice today, or are going to, it seems like, my brain is shot as well.
Well, thank you, Mika. Thanks for holding down the fort as we get back into it, but things are so bad. Team Secret, they're already in the base, Omo. What happened?
We are getting really right back into it, and here we go.
The action starts, the wall charges first. Team Secret, they just have to end things off. They just have to go on to the next. It's Tatsuri coming in big. They're taking down the well. And then moving on to the second. Sheba will fall. Supporter is dead. And guess what? That pause isn't necessary because Team Secret will bring this to game number 5.
And what a timing to pause indeed. Just before Team